Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam's Sports Report and Sam's Mental Health Day on bettering yourself. We're going to call it person of developing is what they call it in this article. Personal development benefits, developing positive mindset, essential to success and overcoming challenges. Over procrastinating, improving your productivity, which will be our topic today, and achieving goals. Setting goals and achieving them, and improvement in life by setting. Development of communication skills is essential to your professional success. Developing greater self-awareness, help manage stress, set boundaries, and make better decisions. Managing stress and emotions, healthy coping mechanisms with daily stress, and better understanding of emotions. Building relationships, improvement in personal and professional relationships. Increase time management, increases productivity and reduces stress, and helping achieving your goals. Personal boundaries helps boost your professional presence and career and prospects and in life. Many personal development blogs or topics are focused on specific subject as productivity, hacks, morning routines, and procrastination. No matter what particular area of personal development are interested in, countless resources available to help you, whether you read articles, listen to podcasts, or attend workshops. Taking steps to improve your personal development in excellent ways. It's excellent to invest yourself in a future. Popular personal develop topics. As you grow to develop a personal skill, you will find specific topics that interest you more than others. These 7 popular personal development topics are worth exploring if you're looking to expand your knowledge, grow as a person, whether you're just starting out on development journey or you have been it for a while. These topics are sure to offer something, so what you're waiting for, start exploring. Developing positive mindset is one of the most popular development mindset is a positive, successful in your area. For example, believing in yourself and ability to exceed in essential goals. A positive mindset, it can help you stress and overcome more effective interest exploring topics. Overcoming procrastination. Procrastination is a common issue that people struggle with. If you are looking to improve your productivity and achieve your goals, overcoming procrastination is a great place to start. You can use your many different techniques to overcome procrastination. Setting smaller goals, breaking up larger tasks into small steps, and using a planner or scheduling appointments to stay organized. Setting and achieving goals. Setting and achieving goals is another popular personal development to improve your life important. Your life is important to set long-term goals and short-term goals, improve your life. This is according to this link. Here are a few ideas. We're going to talk about studying in school and doing papers and cleaning up. We'll start with cleaning up. Cleaning up, take a few minutes to clean your room or your area and then start on another area. I should do more of that. Also, start with the question for a paper, start on a question with a thesis. For example, your argument can be that Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback. Before the age of 30, nobody has taken more of the salary cap than Mahomes. When Brady first won his 3 Super Bowls, it was a defensive team. If you were a coach, Patrick Mahomes is the best ever at broken plays. That's Mahomes. He makes the impossible look possible. And if Mahomes needs one guy to play and say, screw it, I'll play by myself, Patrick Mahomes is one of those guys that can do that at the quarterback position. Once you type another example on a paper, once you type 300 words, you can go on to type 300 more words, or you can go on to edit the 300 more words, and every time you do them, and check the spelling the next day. And then you'll have time to edit and record it again, taking less classes in school, so that will help you succeed in school as well. When I do my podcast, I think of some way to take breaks, something I enjoy, a couple of innings of MLB Show, or a couple of quarters of Madden, or I go on a run. The final one is I do my class and set a time to do it on Tuesdays. That way I have a tutor that can read me the questions. That was one of my accommodations in school, so that helps also. See you tomorrow, Sports Tomorrow. That's Sam Vaughn, Sports and Sam's Mental Health Day.
So how can we overcome procrastination? Well, it turns out that there are findings from within the addiction literature that turn out to be very powerful towards leveraging our way out of procrastination. And it has to do with this. You already know, because I've told you probably a dozen times now, that the depth of the trough after a dopamine peak is proportional to how high that peak was and how steep it was, how quickly that peak occurred. It turns out that not only is the depth of the trough proportional to that, but the rate at which you get out of that trough is proportional to how steep that trough is. Let me explain this for you in as clear terms as I possibly can. Imagine you're in an amotivated state. You're just not feeling motivated. You're procrastinating. You may think, okay, the thing to do here is something. I'll clean the house. I'll take care of some bills. I'll do something. Or I'll just wait. Those approaches, as we talked about before, generally don't work, or at least don't work quickly, or they lead you right up to the deadline, and that's the deadline that forces you to get something done, or you just don't get it done and you don't succeed in your goal. That happens a lot as well. However, if you were to take that state of being unmotivated, of procrastinating, and actually do something that's harder than being in that amotivated state, in other words, doing something that's more effortful, even painful, you can rebound yourself out of that dopamine trough much more quickly. So what do I mean? You want to put yourself in a state that's worse than or harder than the state that you're in, or do something quote unquote more painful. And here I want to be very clear. I'll say this 3 times, but I'm going to say it for the first time now. When I say more painful, I do not mean doing any kind of tissue damaging or psychologically damaging behavior or anything of that sort that's going to render you injured or not well, even in the short term. That's not what I'm referring to, okay? Let's just get that one out of the way. What I'm referring to is the fact that, for instance, if you're feeling amotivated, but you find yourself cleaning the house as a way to procrastinate, you could say, well, cleaning the house is harder than sitting down and doing nothing. But actually, in that moment or in those moments, that's not the case, or else you wouldn't be doing it. The reality is that the dopamine system works according to what feels hard or easy in the moment. In other words, if you're feeling amotivated, you need to do something and put yourself into a state that's harder than the state you're in. So for instance, if you're sitting around feeling amotivated, or you find yourself tending to tasks that are irrelevant to the goal that you really should be focused on, you need to put your body and mind into a state of discomfort quickly. And the way to do that is to either engage in some tangential activity, meaning an activity not related to your goal that puts your body into a very different state. So here again, I'll default to the obvious one, which is something like cold shower or cold immersion, which not only increases dopamine long-term, or over several hours rather, but for most people is experienced as pain. That pain causes a rebound out of that dopamine trough faster than it would occur if you had just stayed in that amotivated state and waited for it to go away, or done something like cleaning up that for whatever reason felt like it required less friction. When I say friction, I mean limbic friction. Your limbic system is always in this dialogue with your forebrain. And limbic friction goes 2 ways. Limbic friction can be you're tired and you don't want to do something, and so you have to, quote unquote, motivate to do it, energize yourself to do it. Or limbic friction can be that you're nervous and scared and anxious to do something, and you have to calm yourself in order to lean forward into action in order to do that thing despite the anxiety.